As you can see, today is going to be just a bit different. In fact, I had to get all bundled up because there's some things that I really needed to do. And I thought, maybe you could come and do this with me. Do you know where we're going? I'm going to give you a hint. I have some supplies with me. I don't know if you know what this is, but it's a little bag and I put it in my pocket. The other thing I have is this, but it goes with this. Do you know what we're going to be doing? That's right. We are going to be taking Lucy, my dog, for a walk. It's cold outside, but I still think it's going to feel great to just get outside. And I hope you'll walk with me while we get anchored. Okay, I'm almost ready. But there's one really important detail that I have forgotten, and that is to tell Lucy. And I want you to pay close attention to how excited she gets when she hears, "Hey Lucy, want to go for a walk?" Do you want to go outside? Yes. That sure turned out to be harder than I thought it was going to be, but thanks for coming on that walk with me. Maybe what you couldn't see in the video was that when we got outside, Lucy was just so excited. She wanted to run. She wanted to greet her little doggy friends in the neighborhood. She wanted to bark and to sniff at so many things. And it really was hard to talk outside as well with the wind. Brr, I don't think you realize how cold it was out there. Anyways, I just had to come in and sit down because I'm kind of tired, but I still want to share with you some things about Lucy. There's a verse in the Bible that says, ask the animals and they will teach you. And I really do believe that Lucy can teach us how to love God with our whole heart. She is always ready. And I was thinking about that when I was reading a psalm where it says, "I bring my requests to you, God, and wait expectantly." Sometimes she just waits. She was walking where I was leading her, and I needed to use a few tools. I needed to use a leash and I needed to use a harness, and those tools, they help her feel safe while we're on our walk. And sometimes I have to pull her along a little bit, and sometimes I have to make sure she gets a little bit closer to me if a car is coming or something like that. Those are tools to keep her safe. And in another psalm, we hear about how God has tools for us too, and they help us to feel safe. When the psalmist said, "Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Those tools God uses as a good shepherd to guide us and to keep us. When you see her tail wagging back and forth, and it makes me think about how God wants us to respond to him. Isaiah 6 says, "Whom shall I send as a messenger to my people? And I said, Lord, I'll go, send me." That's the kind of response that Lucy has. Now, sometimes she is a little hesitant, but she trusts the people that she loves. And so if we tell her to go, she will go. Because she's not afraid when she knows that we are right there with her. And again, in the Psalms, we hear, I will not be afraid, for you are close to me, God. You are there. Sometimes she's just a crazy dog, a ball of energy, always just running around, spinning and wanting to be pet over and over. It's like she's just filled with sheer joy. And when I look at those pictures of Lucy, I hear joyful words from the Psalms. You will show me the way of life. You will grant me joy. The joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever. And she is always on the lookout. You know, when we leave the house, she sits by our front door. And sometimes I know that she waits. And one of the really neat things is she can hear Vince's truck before any of us can hear it. And she runs to the door and she waits, and she waits, and she waits, and she gets more excited. Sometimes she barks, and she's telling everyone in the house, he's home, he's home. She's ready to greet. Jesus gave a reminder. In one of his stories, he said, be ready, be prepared, as though you were waiting for your master to return. And then you will be ready to open the door and let him in the moment he arrives and knocks. Be ready. And be ready to greet wholeheartedly. I mean, look at that. She is so excited he's home. Another thing that I really, really love about Lucy, she loves to curl up. You can find her in all different places. Sometimes she's nestled on a pillow. Sometimes she's curled up under a window. She sighs in her sleep, and you can see that she is at rest. There's nothing to worry about in those moments. And sometimes when I watch her sleeping, I think of the psalm that says, I will lie down in peace, and I will sleep. For you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. She loves to be with us. She loves us with her whole heart. She is devoted to us. She will follow us. She will look for us. She will wait for us. When she sees us, she will let us know how happy she is that we are there. That's our challenge today, is to have those kind of Lucy reactions to the presence of God in our lives. To follow him, to know he's there, to wait for him, and to show him how excited we are. I hope that your day is filled with many Lucy moments.